Brian Peters, who you've met, lives in Glossop in the frozen north. And what we were talking about was Cecil Sharp's collection in Appalachia. So, don't think I need to tell you much about Cecil Sharp. 1916, 17, and 18, he spent 52 weeks collecting songs in the Southern Mountains with Mark Carpeliers. And his diaries are all online at the Vaughan Williams Library website. You can just go on there and read them. But absolutely fascinating stuff. Over the years, I had learned, well, I don't know, maybe 10 songs from the collection, but that's not quite the same as going through it and going through the diaries and finding out information about the singers. Mike Yates has done a tremendous amount of work on who those old singers were and where they lived and what their lives were like. All kinds of information's out there. So our job was to take 2 hours and condense all this, and it was a huge job. And I learned a whole bunch of stuff. It's just wonderful music. We didn't actually do this next song in the program, but no reason for that other than we didn't have much time. So this comes from the man whose name was, Sharp called him N.B. Chisholm. I don't think he's any relation to Ian, but who knows? You have any relatives named Napolian Bonapart Chisholm?
It's Ian's complex.
Well, his name was Napoleon Bonaparte, but he had changed his name because somebody told him that his original name, which was Nebuchadnezzar, was a filthy Jewish name. So he changed his name, as you would to Napoleon Bonaparte. So what you're about to hear is an English song, and after all, that was the title of Sharp's book. He found all kinds of stuff. He found African American tunes. He found stuff that was just a huge array. He went looking for English songs in the mountains, but the longer he stayed, the more he found all kinds of great stuff. So anyway, this is one of the old English songs. This is one of the great old ballads. This is a version of The Cruel Mother. I was once at a workshop, a festival in New York State with Dave Ruck, who played here a couple of years ago. We were talking about Dave a few minutes ago. And we were at a song session, and I said, well, I'm gonna sing along the way here, I'm gonna sing the saddest song in the English language. And he says, oh, I can beat that. And so, of course, when we got around to it, I was going to sing a version of The Cruel Mother, and he was going to sing a version of The Cruel Mother. So I find this incredibly sad song about a young woman trapped, absolutely trapped. And you read stories like this every day, often in the newspapers, exactly the same thing. So this is a version from Napoleon Bonapart Chisholm, Virginia, 1917. There was a lady lived in New York, all alone and lonely. She fell in love with the father's clerk down by the Green Riverside. For 7 years he courted her, all alone and lonely. One night she thought she'd take a walk down by the Green Riverside. As she was going across the bridge, all alone and lonely, she felt herself a-growing big down by the Green Riverside. She leaned her back against an oak, all alone and lonely. At first it bent and then it broke down by the Green Riverside. She leaned her back against a pine, all alone and lonely. And then to her 3 babes was born down by the Green Riverside. Snow-white breast, all alone and lonely, and she bade them suck 'twould be their last down by the Green Riverside. She let down her long yellow hair, all alone and lonely, and she bound them up both feet and hands down by the Green Riverside. She had a knife both keen and sharp, all lonely, lonely, and she pierced each babe right to the heart down by the green riverside. She buried him under a bunch of rue, all lonely, lonely, and she prayed to the Lord she'd never come to down by the green riverside. She took a walk one moonlit night, all lonely, lonely. She saw three babes all dressed in white down by the green riverside. One was Peter and one was Paul, all lonely, lonely. And one was as naked as the day that it was born down by the green riverside. Oh babes, if you were mine, all lonely, lonely, I'd dress you up in silk so fine down by the green riverside. Oh mother, when we were yours, all lonely, lonely, you never dressed us in coarse nor fine down by the green riverside. Oh babes, can you tell me, all lonely, lonely, what is my fate for the killing of thee down by the green riverside? For 7 years you'll ring a bell, all lonely, lonely, in 7 years you'll land in hell down by the green riverside.